When I was in high school, girls didn't play sports. Girls were on the dance team, or they were in the pep club, or they were in the band. And there were a lot of people that believe that a girl can't do the same thing as a guy. And a lot of guys back then were thinking girls don't have the same strength as guys. I guess I'm going to disagree here. There's things that they can bring to the table that guys can't. You're going, okay, no, I don't buy into this. My name is Phil McSpadden. I'm the softball coach at Oklahoma City University. I am in my 30th season here at this university, coaching women's fast pitch. Well, I was lucky enough, I inherited a talented bunch. We're making it to the national tournament every year, but we couldn't win that title. In '94 was our first national championship. You win one in '95 and you won one in '96.
And then, of course, the one that we won last year. Super group. I mean, like I said, you always brag about every team, but this particular group won 67 ball games and lost 3 by a total of 3 runs. So very accomplished in what they pulled off.
My dad was Bob McSpadden. He was on Cherokee Council, I don't know for how many years. I'm very proud of Cherokee heritage. Even when I was little, that we lived in a house on Will Rogers' ranch there in Oologah, as Dad worked for his dad, who obviously was Will Rogers' foreman. Will Rogers books, all that stuff Dad was very interested in. He was always trying to promote, you know, this is where we came from, this is who we are. Gosh, Lions Club, iBank, American Legion, Red Feather Drive, baseball commissioner. The baseball field in Veneta is named after him. He unfortunately passed away in 2008. I never thought of myself as a coach. Never thought that's what I'd end up doing. I went off to college to play ball and majored in business. Get to do some traveling and suiting up, et cetera, at Royal Roberts, but didn't have a great career by any means. I couldn't throw a strike over a parking lot, and that changes everything. So I get a phone call. Hey, there's a baseball and business instructor job in Bremen, Oklahoma. And there's not even a school in Bremen anymore. But I took a job sight unseen, just, hey, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Bremen was a Class B school, and I got a phone call from a baseball coach who was retiring at a Class A school, and then that led into a superintendent calling me from a bigger school, and then Oklahoma City University even calling me and asking me to come talk to them about this job. I was concerned about coaching fast pitch. It's not anything from my familiar background. So if it's a different type of sport, can I even do this?
Talk.
I remember going to the first practice when I was at Dewey, and I was asking the infielders, okay, why are you guys so close to the plate? I mean, tell me what's going on here. Big time learning. And so you're, like I said, you're talking to dads, you're talking to girls, and you're learning at the things that are the same. And then you thought, well, it's still a bat and ball game. And the coach that was there was the men's and women's basketball coach for like 30 years at Welch, Oklahoma. I mean, very well respected. Coach, okay, not that familiar with coaching girls. And he just said, you coach them just like guys, you just don't pat them on the butt. And I thought that was the best advice you could get. I'm competitive, and I always have been, but it's the people that you work with. You want to win it for them.
I mean, he'll call timeout in practice 5 times about one situation just to get everything perfectly right. I think that's what makes him so successful in what he does. Off of the field, he would do anything for you. No matter what, you could be right or wrong, but he will back you 100%, no matter what. Like, he does the lines, chalk lines, and does everything before the game. He will literally get on his hands and knees and blow on the bases to make sure they're dry from spray paint. He's that particular.
I've never said I'm a parent for anybody. I like to think maybe I'm an uncle, and I've got a vested interest in you and a concern. I want them to have fun, so it's not the records, it's just the joy. Did you enjoy your 4 years here? Girls are playing for each other, and they're playing for the love, and they don't look at professional as even a part of the formula. So you just appreciate the why compared to maybe a lot of guys. You know, I don't want to live in a make-believe world. I want to believe that I've They have fond memories that a large portion of your kids appreciate you as a person and what you're trying to do. And I had a great conversation with a catcher that, gosh, goes back years, and she's a policeman. I couldn't do my job if it wasn't playing for you. I mean, there's things that I deal with every day that I'm going, it's not nearly as tough as playing for McSpadden. And she was saying it as a compliment, and you're going, is that a compliment? So you want to believe that, and it makes you keep on going, but you'd never know. You can think you're all this, and you can be wealthy, and you can have a great reputation, but the size of your funeral will still be based on the weather. I mean, I thank God for, a lot of things, but I'm not foolish enough to not think that he had a big hand in giving me a pretty good life.